It's crazy in here. All right. Plumbing box, obviously. Gaskets and whatnot. Let's just get that. Why not trip on some weights and step on some random wood that I really should have just put away just now. Okay, well, let's see if we got any other plumbing tools out. Some point we had to have. May as well put these up. Baby, baby. Breathe easy, champ. We'll put drilling a hole in that for storage on our list of things to do. I don't think we need this grip very often, so let's put it in the secondary toolbox. Put this die should just be the trash can. And the wood scraps from that table built. Where do I even have space? Let's put it all right here. Random. And then we'll discard all at once. I don't think I would bother to try to do anything with any of these. The undesirables. The land of abandoned wood. You've been used and reused. It's time for the fire. I just be throwing stuff down when I'm in build something mode, you know what I mean? I don't have time for when I'm busy being the HNIC. I got no time to be the janitor, you know what I'm saying? And oh boy, you see them. Fishing videos coming up. If I get enough interest, I'll definitely do some fishing videos. But we'll see. If you'd like to see it, hit the old like button up there. You rascals. looking at my evening grits. I do what I want. I do what I want. Ugh. I know this shop is crazy. I know it. I don't see any of that though. Drop cloth. Over here on this random shelf, more trash wood. I got 2 wet vacs. They're both on job sites right now. Breaking my heart. Let me see if anybody's talking to me in the chat, because I just can't. Just can't see without you, babe. Ugh, my floor looks terrible. Vincent, you started a cold bath today. What the heck? What did you do that for? That like one of those things where it like shocks your system? Makes you feel good. Make you feel like a big man. Just kidding. I hear cold plunge is good. I heard that. But I detest cold water. So I don't know if I could jump on that wagon with you. You got the key. The key. Ugh. This is close, intimate, behind the curtains business you're getting right now. I'm being vulnerable with you all. And for my vulnerabilities, I only request a gentle tap of the leg, a button. I'm exposing my whole life, heirlooms, exposure to heirlooms for you all. This is from my Uncle Mike. Rest his soul. Love you, Uncle Mike. Pop that right there. Keep him in the shop with us. Hey Wes, do I have any videos on making a wood mallet? Absolutely. I've made several wood mallets live. In fact, last night I carved this handle live. I'll probably do some sort of additional detail to it, in that I really liked this mallet. I did not put a lot of thought to the handle beforehand. I was so excited about how I was building it. But yeah, I did do this on a live, so you can see it start to finish. Just hunt for it. I'm sure it's the title. It's probably titled appropriately. It would be chestnut or 100-year-old mallet or something like that, maybe. Or dead blow mallet build. But yeah, I'm definitely down to build some others. So, love video requests for sure. So I definitely got to do some long form, and I don't think I have any long form with a mallet build, but I will do that for you. Because I respect your subscription. But I also did this mallet on a live, and then there's a short showing how I built it and what I used. I like that mallet a lot too. It's good for carving. Will it fit? It will not. It must be dropped over here. Now, where's the pull saw at? Pull saw, come here, boy. And she'll show up when she chooses. Yeah, let's get the You have oak and walnut. I want to challenge myself on making one. That would be amazing. Oak and walnut would be great. Hey, Miss Flossie, how are you today? Thank you for joining us. We're just talking about making mallets. The Apprentice 2021. You tired? Rough day? What you been up to? Oh man, I had a little infinite phone situation going there for a second. Miss Flossie, I just need you to sign a waiver that you won't reveal the contents of filth in my shop while you're here. I have videos, several videos on making a couple different types of mallets, but they're shorts for sure. So much. Like, this is bad for my mental space, you know what I'm saying? Just driving back from Virginia, oh yeah. It is road trip season, that is for sure. Hopefully you are going for pleasure and not out of some family emergency. Let's get this hose up out of here. YouTube get mad when I bend down with this thing. All right. Turn your camera up. Turn your camera up. It was beautiful up there. It was a visit for my son. They had a 2-day orientation for college. Oh, congratulations on your son getting into school. Is he excited or is he terrified or a little blend of both? Some kids just are ready to go. And some kids take some time. I keep them all here forever. I absolutely would. But they be leaving. They be leaving. Let's take this over here though. I just be eating candy all day. Let's see. So much stuff. He said he's more excited though. You can't stand messy, but I sure make a mess. I can't stand it either. It is so bad for my mental health. I just come down here and I'm like, ugh, I'm going back upstairs. But at the same time, while I'm doing this in this state of mania, and I'm building something, and my gosh, let the chips fly where they may. But I'm in hog heaven when I'm making this mess. But I'm also super pleased with myself the moment this place looks better than this. That's why I'm making this little pile. We got a trash can just on the other side, but there are also Georgia mosquitoes. So we're gonna get it all over there so we have as little entry as possible when we snatch that door open. I might need to put up some sort of mosquito netting right there just so that I can. You know what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't I be doing that myself? Scraps and leftovers, but they have symmetry and they are identical, so they are suitable trash. If you can organize it, you can't call it trash, right? It's just blocks, wooden blocks. That's what it is, yeah. Put it next to these wooden strips. Yeah, put it next to these wooden circles. Perfect. I don't know what I'm gonna do with any of that. Oh, goodness. I am gonna keep this though. I mean, I can use that. Not this. Yeah. Wood snob, wood snob. I'm gonna keep this little pile off with you. Check out this cup I got for Daddy's Day. My kids are great. And I'm relatively easy to please. Yeah, these little guys get me. They get me. These are my always in the shop bits. That way I've always got something to get stuff loose. These need to be in the bit box though. I do not have any sponsorships, but I love those bits. I do. These little boys right here are from my favorite store too. It's so crazy that I have one so close. And I really used to be a Harbor Freight snob. I can't even front. And I went in there one day and I'm like, I could buy all this. I could buy it all. I could afford everything in here. And I started putting it together. You know what I need is storage for my chisels. Better storage for my chisels. Something that looks a little better than me just slamming them down in this little hole. Like they just laying on the floor like unwelcome friends your kids invited over without telling you. Meanwhile, everybody up there is in the lap of luxury, protected by the glass and everything. I don't yet have an epoxy space, but I'm gonna put that right there. I had an idea about some lighting stuff. I don't know where I can apply it to, but I'll make a video once I figure it out. Oh, I love me some coffee too, Miss Flossie. Absolutely. There is no me without coffee. Trust it and believe it to be true. I got 2 likes in here. I know one of them belonged to Miss Flossie. And I don't know what the rest of y'all doing. But it's cool. Frank Sinatra, I love that name. Harbor Freight looked like they got new products now. And I was there a few days ago. Went and got a Dremel set. Yo, you know what's wild? You would think I would love a Dremel set. I've got zero attraction to Dremels. But I completely get their usefulness. It's weird. I don't know if it's my art background. It makes me feel like it's some sort of cheat. I don't know if it's I've got to get good with chisels first and then I'll try. You know what I mean? I think maybe the carving by hand for me is probably more appealing. But then it's definitely gonna get into the Dremels probably sooner than later. That's kind of what I be doing with the drill over there and that little sandpaper bit that I got going. So I'd love to see some Dremel work, bro. This is my pencil box. Oh man, I got my depot card all exposed. Oh, it's all whack. You can't use it. I need a place to put that. And that. Bit box for these. That's good. That's still gonna sit here for the time being. I always keep some of this in my truck for, it's a tripolymer that almost adheres to almost anything. Just almost anything. And that's my kind of tripolymer, if you get the drift. If you chew with them, I don't know. I don't know a good finish to that homemade colloquialism. All right. Do y'all keep boxes for stuff? I don't know if storing stuff in boxes is better or worse. Because I do have that epoxy stuff, and it can all just fit in the box. I put it in the box. But then if stuff like epoxy spills out in the box, it's a problem for the whole box and all the contents therein. 4,000, 3,000 grit wet dry paper. I'm gonna probably use that to get the finish on this cane that I haven't yet. I got a coat of poly on it, and then I got a light sand on it, so it's ashy. But when I wet sand, something like that, it's ideal. It's my little wet stones soaking. They be soaking. That's what they be doing. They be soaking. Put that in there with them. Put that in there with them, with them, with them, with them. Put that in there with them. Come on, fold up, fold up. Fold up, wait a minute. I'm doing it wrong. Every time I ever try to do that, I do that backwards. Every time I do it wrong first. All right. Thanks, Flozzy. I like your name as well. Looks like a cat in your profile pic, but my eyes are bad. I can't see the screen so well. Flozzy said I do what I want. It's a cat. That's absolutely facts. My cats run, they passively aggressively run this house. A pair of divas. I call them Blanche and Dorothy. But, you know, my wife gave them dragon names. Scoop Doobie! Once again, Scoop Doobie in. Once again, Scoop Doobie in. Hi, Wes. I spent a few hours this afternoon sorting and organizing screws, drill bits, and driver bits. I use clear plastic bins to sort too. Clear plastic bins are life. I am weirdly not I like bins, but I am so unorganized when things are out of sight, right? I'll let it just be a bunch of junk in that bin. Case in point, this stuff is random as. There's plumbing stuff in there. There's electrical stuff in there. There's plumbing pipes in there. There's old drywall tools in there. It's a mess. Oh. The dark side of the shop. But we're gonna get it today, buddy. So how did you feel after you got all those screws and bits put away? Was it as rewarding for you? I swear I be feeling accomplished. I do. Because once I got everything in its place, I feel like so much more efficient. I can just be like, oh, I need this. 2 seconds, I got it. Unless I gotta open a package and then, it'll take my whole life to do it. This is still somewhat, I don't know if you belong in this tool space. You'll be with the randos until we find a better place for you. This is hardener for fiberglass. Just gonna put it right there amongst its kin. I got this, if anybody knows what it is. This is a big old leg vise clamp, and I also got this salvage, this 2x4, this 2x12 from my house here, and I'm going to use that for it, but I am scared to death of doing that and messing it up and it being crazy, and I have a big giant hole and a dysfunctional thing. I get up the courage to do it with y'all one of these here days. Maybe I can make these some sort of, no, I can't make ashtrays out of wood, right? Can you? I don't know. Tell you what, though, I got a couple projects I gotta figure out what I want to do. Oh, let's see. Tell you what, Wes, says Frank Sinatra. Can't wait to get my shop. Been thinking of buying a 40-foot shipping container and turn it into a sick workshop with solar. Now, do some investigating. If you don't know how to build shipping containers make a certain amount of sense, but they are shipping containers. They are not built to be dwellings. So there's a couple of things to consider, and one is heat. Metal containers, sweltering heat, right? So you have to do a different level of ventilation for them. You have to do a different level of insulation for them. You definitely have to roof them some way or another. And that usually means framing up inside and outside if you don't want the inside to be steel and metal. Which in a workshop, I don't know why you care, but you'll still have to put something up to be able to hang stuff on the wall, you know? So think about that, because I've seen pre-built containers much cheaper and they've got a roof on them and the whole nine. Or if you've got the skill set to, you'd be surprised how quickly you can erect 4 walls and start putting some roof joists on. But that is also coming from somebody who clearly has done it for a while. So, but I have had a few friends do the shipping container thing and have some regrets about it. One, it was a lot more expensive to compensate for the oddities of a tiny house. I mean, not tiny house, a metal shipping container. But, you know, again, that's me. Yes, it is rewarding. I had the same out of sight, out of mind thing too. I see what's in the clear bins. Oh, that's true. Clear bins. You did specify that. That makes a lot more sense. Back, pizza arrived. Okay, Flossie, what we having? Don't put pineapples on it. Don't tell me you're a pineappler, because I'll judge you. Okay, I can't judge you. We're in the safe zone. We're in the same zone. You're right. What's up, Diamond Cuz Steel? Diamond Steel came through here the other day and kept the peace. Came in here and had to take out some sap suckers that were sucking the sap from the room. That's my favorite tape measure. You can tell. I got this thing from Harbor Freight too. It is surprisingly accurate. Like surprisingly accurate for the little bit of money it cost. I was blown away that it was accurate. I still don't trust it, but every time I test it, it's dead spot on. It's crazy. So it also goes up here with the measuring device. Let's get some of this stuff out of here. Oh yeah, I took some power cords away for some work, and dude, it's been terrible ever since because I don't have stuff here that I'm used to having, so I'm just splicing stuff everywhere. Just kidding, insurance adjuster. Just joking. I'm doing everything absolutely by code. 100%, Your Honor. Toothbrushes to clean out the chisels. Did I say chisels? Not bad. I desperately need more F clamps. Oops. This thing is incredible too. A lot of good light. Starting to see my floor now, you know, getting there. Do you guys value your scraps based on size or based on the species of wood? Like, will you keep a smaller piece of expensive wood and like throw small pieces of pine like right out? Cause I do. Told you I like these tape measures. Told you. Get out of the way. Not sure if I'm gonna use these stones again. Probably tonight. Got to sharpen these those planes up there. Because I do need to do a serious head-to-head plane off. Because all 6 of those are based on the number 4 Stanley. All of them. I got 7 likes. When I see all the other 37 of y'all in the streets, I'm just saying, be ready, B. Be ready. Be ready. I'm kidding. I'll give you a hug, though. Flossy meat lovers with black olives. Mmm. Deliciousness. Pine and oak. Got a black banana peppers. Banana peppers is the real deal, bro. It's a nice tape measure. Just bought one the other day and I like it. I'm telling you, man, I just don't mess with those things. I got a yellow one behind that thing that got bent up a week into it. Hurt my feelings. Hurt my feelings. Hell yeah, those letter tapes were really good. Laser tapes are good, I agree. I still can't trust them. Yeah, It's weird, right? We're old guys. That's got to be it. Wes, we need to hit up the lake. Pine, I 100% agree with you, dude. Why are you not here? I'm a scrap hoarder. Is that true, Andrew? Hey, listen, if you got room for it, you can't call it hoarding, though, right? Because if you got room, you're like, oh, I just am a collector. Like the second you got a car on the lawn, then you're a hoarder. But up till then, that's the pile that convinces my family I don't have a problem. They're like, oh, he's throwing stuff away sometimes. It's all right. He's gonna be fine. He's gonna be fine. When it comes to knife making steel, I value composition more than size, as some of those really exotic alloys can be massively expensive. I would imagine so, because a knife maker, like you could probably make something out of a fairly small piece of steel. You'd be surprised by the splinters. You put a little glue and little holes and imperfections. Just saying, pine and oak, you are right. You are right. Flossie, I appreciate you reminding everybody that I'm in here shaking my thing for likes. Like, come on, don't just be in here getting the free drinks. Tip these waitresses. Tip these waitresses. These girls got families out here. And I'm shaking it for you. Really, I'm just cleaning up. I get it. I'm like, whatever for this dude. Okay. Listen, y'all. Don't get these. If you don't have other people working with you, don't get these plastic ones. Get these metal ones. Much more reliable. See, that one's already chipped. But if you get the plastic ones and you got employees, they won't steal the plastic ones. They won't start their own businesses with those. so you'll keep them longer. Oh, where's this? In the books. The good thing about having cats, though, is these cat litter boxes are fantastic for storage. Yeah, I can make it work even when it's just a penknife laid on a small scrap. Where I'm really careful is when I'm making power steel like Rex 121 that's around $10 a pound at my cost. Jeez, $90 a pound. I read that wrong. Oh my God. How many knives can you make for 1 pound? Like 4? Can't be much. That's my bucket of sheet metal tools. I used to do some metal coping back in the day. I got pretty decent with these. My family says I have a knife problem. Why do you need so many? Oh, that's hilarious. Well, so you're a knife enthusiast? Oh man, you were probably laughing at me the whole time. My last couple of shorts, because I've been having a time with finding a knife. Pelado, how you doing? Y'all check Pelado Creations out when you get a chance. He is doing a little short series right now. That is hilarious. Me and my wife thinks the cutest thing ever. But he is also a wizard with that doggone router. Jeez. I have one router. I've had 3 maybe my whole career. 2 of them were very cheap Ryobi entry levels. But I built a bunch of kitchen cabinets out of them though. I've done a lot. But then, just to record the cable I got now, I got from the estate sale. And the dad was a carpenter and a woodworker. And I was like, well, that's the router for me, Jack. And again, cat litter box is the housing to catch the dust underneath. Well, whatever falls through that the dust collection doesn't gather. Hey, my likes went up. That's why I'm down with y'all. Because y'all be down with me. It's my little sanding tower. I gotta do better than that, though. I really do. Throw Mr. West up here in his habitat for humanity. Where can he go? We need a hero. Oh, perfect. Give my daughter her hairdryer back. I left my heat gun on the job, so I did not have anything to assist my epoxy, and this came up as an option because I have a wonderfully supportive little family over here. Second best grinder I ever had. Second best one I ever had. Let's see. See, when you don't have little holes to put on hooks and hang this stuff up, it can get quite in the way. And I like these. I don't want to tuck them per se. But maybe it's just what's got to happen. You can hang him right though. All right. Let me check in with the chat. The shorts I actually just pulled from my long form YouTube video from a week or so ago. That's brilliant, Pilato. I don't know how to do that yet, but I'm going to work on it. Even cheaper powder metallurgy steels can be 40, 50 bucks, and a 5-inch blade steel easily costs those up from there. Yeah, I would imagine a good, actually quality built knife would be expensive. Flossie, my wife and kids absolutely love knives and have a great deal of them. My wife and kids have none. My son has one. My daughter has one because I give them to him. You worried about that, Andrew? Do you have a lot of insurance? A lot of life insurance? Ha! I use a lot of those little buckets too. Good for so many things. That's right, Scoob. They are. I have a scar of 32 stitches on my hand from a Japanese knife. Yikes. I've rarely been cut by an actual knife. I've been cut by lots of other things at work. Rarely was it a knife, though. Flossie, I have a few knives from my pawpaw I got when he passed from the 30s. I treasure them and built a display for them. Pine, I bet that's nice. I bet that's nice. I love those little buckets from Dollar Tree. Mike is making stuff. What it do with several ooze. Okay. Pine and Oak Woodworks. Tap in, tap in. Big Mike. Mike, you ain't got a haircut? Is that what you did the other day? You went and cut your daggone hair? Because I saw you today. I said, who in the world is on Mike's Live? Let me log in and cuss him out. Tell him get out of my buddy's shop. I said, who's that young guy in my buddy's shop? For sure, most times when I do a custom build for someone, they're $300 to $500, depending on the components and what they want. Most expensive knife I ever did was almost $3,200, 12-inch Bowie. Wow, that's nice. That's nice. That's got to be so satisfying, though, to just sit and craft that thing and then hand it off and know that it's like a lifetime tool, right? That's why I'm a little bit obsessed with older homes. Newer homeowners seem to take craftsmanship for granted, that their house was built with craftsmanship. Newer homes, many newer homes are not built the same way, because 50 years ago, homes were built by people who lived in the neighborhood, lived in the area. There were tradesmen all over the place. And you knew who built your home. They might have lived on the same block because they probably built their own home. So it's a different circumstance now. People who get builder's licenses now are business owners. Some guy who was good in real estate and said, hey, I'll build my own. He hired a guy who actually knows how to build homes. And then he went and took the test for the company. And then the company has the license with or without that guy. And they go on to get through inspection processes incredibly efficiently. And I don't know what that says, but usually in sports, when somebody's twice as good as everybody else, there's usually something else going on behind the scenes. And these builders are more than twice as fast on the inspection process. So, back in the day, there was not the ability to send out a check and type it out remotely. Somebody had to go look at it. Golly, I sound like an old fogey. Sheesh. No wonder I only got 12 likes. That's all I deserve. Shame on me. DMX would be so upset. He'd be like, yo, you're just talking about old stuff better than new stuff. That's whack. My fault. X. My fault, X. Don't give it to me. Back in the day, y'all check out my channel. I got a couple knife build videos. Okay, Diamond Cut. Flaw said back in the day. Yeah, that's how they say it. Check the post out. I want to hear y'all's thoughts on it. For sure, Pine. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Ash Twing is my favorite hammer. All my hammers. I was gonna do a video on hammers, but I just don't think y'all give a crap about a hammer. I'm saving this too, because I don't know what I'm gonna use it for, but I'm something. Getting that box of crap with you. But you all don't have to get that treatment. I'll be using y'all every 15 minutes. So satisfying. The sound of rusty metal. Always exciting, always inviting. Now this knife, this is my hook blade, and it's got a changeable blade, which it needs right now. But this is really my favorite knife of all time. Really is. Gloves. Over here with the safety stuff. With the safety stuff. Spray up there with that stuff. Isopropyl. Where's the super glue? There you are. Get hit with your buddy. Did y'all know that whole time when they be saying CA glue and activator, they just talk about super glue and alcohol? When I found that out, I was like, why are we being fancy? Oh, why are we being fancy? So now I'm going to put on this CA glue, add a little isopropyl activator. Shut up. Tripping me out. I don't get it. All this flexation. We all talking about it in the chat. I'll be completely ignoring the chat. My fault. And I was building and hitting the wall, listening to my body and laying my ass down. For sure. You okay, Mike? Don't push yourself too hard. First house I bought was built in 1905. It was actually a general store back then. That's awesome. I watch my CFI home inspections and good inspections. They inspect new home construction, $1 million houses, absolute worst quality and mistakes. You are not kidding, man. It's almost the mark of a poorly built house. A well-designed, visually house, but ultimately a pig in lipstick. Or however that saying goes. I'm not smart. Pilato, I truly think I just went too hard. It was coming up on 110 at shop, and I went to that bench and just went hard climbing. Heck yeah, Mike, you were up on the chat like crazy late and then early too. Yeah, man, you got chill for a little bit. Send you some diamond emulsion for your straps. It's literally 100 times better than those chromium oxide and wax compounds. I have a friend that makes some of the best emulsion on the market. Send away, home skillet. Activated gimmick, spray some damn alcohol on it. You're right. I learned something new. I thought that was some super fancy glue. I know, that's why they be getting all of us that way. Rest you see my instructions on making a short for your long form video from your long. I didn't, but I'm gonna check it out. Cause I always go back and read these later just to if I got any info in them. Even better than alcohol spray. Just sprinkle a little mix in baking soda and it sets instantly. That's exactly right. Look, right over here, same shelf. Bam. Yep. And this right here, same stuff. And what's wild, this right here, dip powder for like fingernails, same stuff. All works. Yeah, get some rest. Might be going hard though. I think he's trying to get that channel up. Yeah, bro, my email is in my channel, so shoot me an email with your addy and I'll get you some. Once a diamond emulsion straws, be life changing. Oh, for sure. I'm West Desert at Gmail forever and ever. West got it. Pilato, new CA glue with super glue. Didn't know the activator is just alcohol. Yeah, man, they be tricking us, Pilato. Get some activator. And they all say it. Like nobody just, they all do that. Let's get a little CA glue on that. Let's put a little CA glue on that. And then we'll apply this activator. That's what I'm going to just start talking like that generally. I'm going to be like, let me just get this fastener and this fastener actuator. And I will strike it rapidly in a successive motion until it is fully engaged into the heart of the wood. and pretend like I'm smarter than I am by making my audience dumber than they are. Yeah, at Gmail is mine. That's what's up. I appreciate that, Diamond Cut. Man, I'm not the only one that didn't know that, Pilato. It's crazy. It's crazy how much stuff I don't be knowing. I never bought Activator because it seemed pricey, but I just save a few seconds. That's why when I drink, I just spit on it. Pine and oak. There's so many bad jokes that can be told behind that comment. So many. So many. All of them are inappropriate and hilarious. You know how Google Photos will just pop up in your phone and be like, hey, this is what you were doing 10 years ago. I had this watch. 11 years ago, I got this watch as a gift. 11 years ago. I think my kids gave it to me as a Father's Day gift. It don't work anymore, but because it's hard for me to find somebody to put a battery in it. But it still means a lot to me, a wooden watch. If you've never had a wooden watch, it's amazing if you like to wear a watch because they're very lightweight. They don't even feel like a real watch on your wrist. They're so lightweight and hypoallergenic because I can only either wear wooden watches or very expensive watches because my skin is very allergic to most steel. So I prefer the wooden ones though. So does my pocketbook. Put that away. Let's get these scraps up. These cords managed. Yo, I'm gonna tell you, I've been so ashamed of this bench right here because I didn't even know what to call it, and I just kind of made it up as I went. And then I added this, of course, and then I got better. But the joints, they were terrible as I was building this. And I just got so discouraged. And that's why I overbuilt it the other ways, just to make it like I've got 4x4 diagonal supports behind there and everything. Like, you can definitely take that thing in one piece, or you can unbolt everything and take it completely apart. And then the top is one piece and everything else can come off. But yeah, one day I'll kind of finish it. But that's also where I'm going to put the big stand-up clamp doohickey that I'm being a coward about. Let's put this in here. Chargers. This over here with all this automotive and bulk chemical. Baby. I got a lot of fans in my shop. A lot of dust collection. You know what kills my ass? You never hear me with one word simply. Bitch, if I was simple, they wouldn't be watching your damn video, you condescending son bitch. Oh, that's funny. And the RC planes, quadcopters, and helicopters, and back in the day when we built balsa models, buying a zip kicker activator was freaking expensive. That's where I learned the baking soda trick. Yeah, my son's in the RC planes and drones now, a little bit, but mostly planes. Diamond Cut said my pawpaw showed me patching a bucket back in the day. I go to the jewelry store and have them put a new battery in it. Yeah, I have, and they were like, I don't know about that one. I don't know this watch. And I was like, okay. Yeah, you need the fans in Georgia heat, bro. As long as the table does its job, it's amazing. I do love this table. Like, it's turned out to be good, but here's my other thing. Like, this is my peppermint body wash. Keep the mosquitoes off. But I have the worst habit of putting anything on top of anything that's flat and available. All right? Every single flat available top I put some crap on it until it's just there. There's just bottled water, so. But yeah, that's what I will do every time. And then I have to go collect all the stuff that I have accumulated on top of all these shelves that I have built throughout my shop. Don't make me laugh out loud several times tonight. I'm glad you're having a good time. Pine and Oak is not too hot right now because it rained here in Atlanta this evening. Andrew, you didn't tell me you was in Atlanta, man. What? Lord, you know who I just found out was in RC Plains and also lives in Tyler Perry. He has a whole YouTube channel on his planes. Freaking awesome. Lives off Riverside near the Hooch. Yeah. I ripped out the workbench that was in our house when we moved in and repurposed the plywood to build my existing workbench. Way better than what was there before. Could do better now. Ain't that the truth? You're in Austell, Andrew. I am in Douglasville. We are neighbors, home skillet. We are neighbors. But yeah, my priority when I made, you grew up in Mableton, Pine? And Pine just dipped out. Pine just got out of here. He's no longer a Georgia boy. Ugh. But the priority here was getting it flat and strong. And I know how to build strong. And woodworking has recently taught me how to build flat. Generally, when I'm doing flat, I'm doing tiles and clips and leveling compounds, things like that. It's a little bit different. Getting wood flat, these planes have been all the difference. I probably should clean that off now. I wonder if I've got my blower in here. Huh. Okay, we gotta get the trash cans too. Okay. My son graduated from South Cobb. What? Angel knows about Martin's Biscuits. What? Ever hear of Sopperton, Georgia? No. No, I haven't heard of them, Flossie. I grew up in actually North Carolina, and this is what I be doing with my tools. Ugh, come on. Tail. Sorry, fellas. Didn't mean to do that to your little brother. Forgive me. That's what I be doing with my tools. Then you pull the trigger and they be like, and it be my fault. No one to blame but self. Just gonna fall over, embarrass me in front of my friends. Is that what you're doing? Good enough. Where's the broom? Life is weird with my wet vacs not here. I got 2 jobs going that both need wet vacs. I haven't been able to get to either one of them because of my truck out there being wanting a little rest. I'm gonna let her get it. And we should get these new parts. Right back at it. Making your way in the world today takes everything you got. That's what I be feeling like sometimes, I promise you. I come in this chat and y'all be in here, and then I see some of my favorite creators and friends of creators pop up. And I'll be like, no. How deep is my workbench was? 18 inches? Yes. I made it just deep enough that I'd have the same clearance with my garage door open, because occasionally I have to bring my truck into this space if I need to work on it myself, and I need that clearance. And I didn't want to move that bench. I knew I wanted to make it big and heavy and strong enough, but that was going to mean weight. And I don't like I have these, and they're all on casters, but you can't pound stuff and, jar things on those because of the casters, even when they're all locked, like they move a certain bit. I've got real heavy 4x4s, lateral and horizontal on this bench, so nothing moves. So if I'm sanding anything, nothing moves. What up, Mike? Pelado. Finding oak woodworks just be within 30 miles when they are being harvested, though. Yeah, it's a small world. Any oniony fog, Flossie? Yep, even brake casters move some. Yeah, everything moves except for stuff that's just fixed. And also, I can shove that up against the wall so tight that also I just don't have to, like, it's a beast. It's just a big old chunky monkey. But I did make it a full, I want to say 9 feet. It's a little longer than 8. But yeah, it's great. But all of those roll around, so they really get out of the way if I need them to. And when I'm in cabinet mode, then they occupy the bulk of this space. I push all that stuff to the back. And of course, all of this stuff needs to get out of here. Let's get toolboxing. Couple of plumbing boxes, couple of electrical boxes. All of my main drill bits that are non-specialty bits. These are all my small nailers. Don't even know why that's there. Bit box ahoy. I feel better already. And I started building this for my friend the other day, just because he called me and told me he was broke and he gave me the dimensions. I started building it, and I don't like it enough for it to be decorative furniture. I like it in the sense that I built it all out of essentially trash, but I can still make it more stable. I still want to make it more hardy. But I remember Mike was making a video the other day. Mike is making stuff. You can go watch this. He did it on live. And I thought, why not stop right here? Boom. Right? Recess me a board, cut in a little inlet for that to sit. And then I've got my own scroll saw table, because this is a short blade, but I can get one up to that long. And that's what I'm going to do with it. And then instead of giving my friend this junky table that I made out of scraps, I'll make him something decent out of something of a better quality wood, you know? Because this was from like an old bed or something. Someone, my client, would ask me if I would get rid of, and I was like, how do you want better? I'm going to make a bunch of junk out of it. I also made this bench from it, though, which is not half bad. Not done, but not half bad. All right. I think now that I've done a little bit of that, sweep up the rest of this bit, and then figure out what I actually want to build, or if I want to build something. I did set up my camera right here pretty cool. Just plop that bad boy right there. I never really worried about as much lighting as I've had to put in the shop since I've been trying to record stuff in the shop. Probably twice as much light as I actually need to see work. Andrew, that bench is nice. Thanks, man. Look up a Rockwell blade runner, sorry. They bit your shit. What? That's wild. Yeah, I mean, it's a good idea, man. Sneaky, I like that camera setup. Thanks, Pilato. It's a really simple, you got to figure out how to how to do something by yourself when you're doing it by yourself. You know what I'm saying? But I got this little body harness that I got on. Every now and then I'll take it to work when I'm actually building something interesting. Lets me keep my hands free. Now, there's a couple of these planes. I feel adequately clean enough to bring myself to doing some shit. So, there's a couple of them. And I can just check them and see which one of these things. A couple of these, admittedly, I kind of half-ass sharpened. I can't remember which one. I think it was this one. It wasn't great. It wasn't great. And I don't think I even tried to see if the sole was flat on this. But as they say in the hood, when you're about to get jumped on, I got time today. So, first thing we'll do, get this apart so that when I do my comparisons of all of these, I can know they all got proper enough attention for this to be an even battle. Let me get me a couple of screwdrivers. I always have you a little place for screwdrivers, because there's nothing worse than just needing a simple number 2 Phillips and having to fight for it, having to scrounge for it. Mike, was that you that was telling me don't flatten my my plane without the stuff on it? Is that you that was saying that? Because it throws off the torque. I don't know. $55 for all of them was a great deal. Not one of them in the deal. Absolutely. The only one that wasn't in that deal was the original Stanley number 4 made in the USA. This one that I bought and off eBay for $75. But all the rest of these, including almost an identical Stanley to this one, was in that package. And a Stanley from England was in that package. First, never made anything from that. Let me see. See, I got to work it out because I leased my place, so I got to keep it freestanding. Oh, I got that. Yeah, Mike, this is my first home that I've been able to put a shop in. I had a huge garage in my last place, but I was leasing, so I couldn't put anything on the wall. This is the first time I could even do that, and it's been amazing. It's been amazing. But I definitely was able to do a whole lot with space and movable things. So I guess what we're going to do is put this back on here like the good brother Mike and Mike say it. I think we'll back it way up, though, of course, and see if we can get it where nothing's protruding. And we can get it all civilized, like. What do I do? Put it on backwards? Like a big dumb dummy? It doesn't feel all that secure. Let's back it up. Let's back it up. You can see that blade just creep back in there. Back. Oh, then wiggle with it, yeah. Back. Whoa, then wriggle with it, yeah. Yeesh. Okay. We good. All right. Let's see if this thing is flat anyway. What are we going to try it out with? You didn't see that. Nobody saw nothing. What we got? Owner of a lonely heart. Boom, boom. First, I never made anything like that. The legs were about 4x4 and the whole top and sides were 2x6s. It ended up being so big it took 4 people to move it. 10 foot long by about 4 foot wide. That sounds enormous, but I'm also very excited about a bench that big. Had to cut off the overhead so we could put chairs around it. That's a great deal on those. Now you have multiples. Dot, dot, dot. Man, I got all laid in on the combo. I'm sorry, y'all. Also, I'm thinking of making a desk that way for my office, 4x4. Just through the mortise, 10-inch stringer, and live edge top. Sounds nice, Pine. That does sound nice, Pine. Let's see what we can do. I'll flatten this. I'd like to put some water. That's the other good thing about these. You can put water on them. Let's just try it old school and see what gets shiny first. And see if it's flat that way. And then if not, we'll do the old, put some marks on it trick. Oh, I can't tell nothing. Definitely gonna have to draw on that thing. All right, we're gonna change perspectivities here. We're gonna rearrange ourselves. Yikes. All right, don't freak out. You're gonna see my face. Don't freak out. Take this sharpshooting thing off, you know what I'm saying? Feel like I have a holster. There we go. There we go, lads. He's back. There he is. Glass is super flat. Wait, hold on 1 second, Mike. Are you insinuating that my bench top is not flat? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying to me? Because I resemble that comment. Where's my shop towels? Oh, in the place where I put them. Be right back. Pine and oak. I was gonna do the river through the middle of the rock from the Onondaga River in Cherokee, North Carolina. I have the flat part in case pics and the family vacations there. I'm saying your bench top is wood. Or is it just a strip of regular sandpaper? No, that's a strip of sandpaper off of my belt sander. That's what that is. Let me dry this off right quick. I should have did this with oil though, for real, for real. But it's gonna work either way, right? If it don't, we just have to bump up that grit. Bump up the grit, bump it up. Oh, Pine, you were over there doing big things, man. That sounds amazing. They say, hey, Grandpa, where's my rocking chair? I'm sitting on my rocking chair. Can't you see, youngster? I'm right here on my road rocker right now. Boy, I've been rocking this whole time. The cameras in the house is rocking with me. Oh my. Oh my. That won't do, boys. That won't do at all. What type of wood is my bench made from? Paul Sellers used granite and glass. Oh yeah, for sure. I've got a big old 2x2 of 2x4 of porcelain over there that I use all the time. I've even got some of these strapped to it. But this has started to serve me well, and I want to see how well it works for me. Like this thing is pretty good. Has anyone used shellac flakes? I have not, but we were talking earlier about getting some diamond ones. There's that sandpaper you've been using for 2 years. Gonna be using it for another 2, buddy. Flossie, I missed the whole thing. What'd you make? I don't even know what you were talking about you made. I feel like I'm being a bad host. This looks crazy. Maybe I'm a little bit behind emotionally. Yes, in alcohol. Dissolve them. I wonder if there is some WD-40 nearby here. WD, where are you, boy? Oh, it's outside. He's working on the truck. I got that bolt extracted so I can put my water pump on tomorrow. It's called French polish. I'm warning about shellac flakes. Oh, okay. Heard about it done with denatured alcohol. Call that French polish. You dissolve the shellac in alcohol and soak it. A dauber in it. Don't sleep much last night, and that sand that sounds working like a lullaby. Apologies if I fall asleep. Oh man, that's the name of the game, ain't it? Like after 40, we just chasing naps, man. Like I'm gonna go until I'm tired enough to not go no more. Oh, that feels better. But I'm nowhere near the center. I'm only hitting the outside edges of this thing. That is no good. So we're just gonna work this. I think this is an 80 grit, so that's about perfect for that. I don't think we need to go much further than that. Your wife got you the WD-40 cologne? That's crazy. I have to get it wet with my hydrogen oxygen formulated solution. Creating a hydrostatic pressurized system. I have some diesel cologne, don't ask. That's funny. Somebody is into trucking. A lot lizard role play. Don't forget to hit that like button. I appreciate you, Flossie. The other one I got to see at WD-40, but it evaporates too quick because of alcohol in it. But I did try it. 75 watching. We're starting to kind of break through in the corners. I wonder if I need to go up a grit. I think I might have 50 or 60. I might give the 80 a little more time. Y'all, something just bit me on the back of my neck, so it might go down in here. Did it burn out with the belt sander? Like I'm far too sophisticated for such tomfoolery and nonsensical shenanigans. Is it a bad sign when your flattening paper curls up into a ball? All right. I don't think we're getting somewhere. This guy moves, yo. I wear the same cologne I used in high school with Abercrombie and Finch. I use the same cologne I wore in high school. GMC antifreeze. Because every time I get out of my truck, I'm going to step in a pool of it. Yeah, it's working. It's getting there. Let's do a little quick eyeball test. Oh my God. Oh man. Look, y'all, let me see if y'all can see some of this. Put the white shirt in the background, maybe. These are significant gapping. Like, I'll show you another way. Let me get something a little finer. Let's see that? That's happening so easy. Here it's not. That's a lot of open belly. Yeah. Senior high school girl asked me what cologne I was wearing. I told her I wasn't. She refused to accept it as an answer. I reluctantly told her that she was mistaken for a cologne. Yeah, that's a huge gap, Scooby-Dooby. And I wonder if I even got something harsher than that in my old bag of wonder. Because in the age of the old man, I'm starting to get a little bit naughty myself. You ain't gonna be 100%, just so you register square across the sole, it'll be okay. Maybe, but here's the thing. Each of these Stanleys I definitely held to that standard. And I wonder though, is even the nature of this plane perfectly flat? Like, I'm sure flat was the goal to some degree, but I wonder if there were tolerances in the manufacturing as a cheap plane if I am taking the character of the actual plane away by making it perfectly flat. You know what I'm saying? Depends on what the definition of is. Hey, Black Suede, gonna make sure you ain't leaving bingo by yourself. What's Black Suede? What? Oh, I must have timed them out or something. So it's your scrub plane. Trust me. She's not impressed with my Avon aftershave conditioner. Listen, women don't know what they like until some advertising agent tells them. I know that because my wife is an advertising agent. So, I'm sorry I'm in here telling sexist jokes. Flossie, forgive me, and I apologize. I'll tell my wife what I did when I see her tonight. I know, that's my bad. I you know how you forget you in the locker room? You're like, oh snap, it's girls in here, bro. Tighten up. That's my bad. I trust Mike, big mistake. I don't trust unflat. I'll be honest. But the thing about this one, it has something that's weird to me is this crane plane definitely has a crack right there where my finger is. A little crack. It doesn't seem to transfer to the bottom at all, so I'm not super worried about it. But if this is flat, I'll be comfortable enough to feel like a side-by-side true comparison is realistic, right? because these are the only planes I have. I do flatten with these. I flatten this whole thing with these. So I need them to be close. And I did notice that now we had like that little that little belly that was scooping. I did notice when I ran this plane a little bit diagonal, a strip followed it. So it wasn't cutting across the whole surface of the wood either. Promise I'm not going to hate anything I've heard it said. It's flat enough for a scrubber. I don't know where the scrubber is. Scooby Dooby. I didn't apologize. Oh man, listen. Let me go ahead and get my arm behind my back and assume the position. I deserve the whoopings today. You put a very gentle curve on the blade. So you end up with a rounded profile. Okay, Mike. I feel like some research is in order on my behalf. Just assume a position where, oh man, just go ahead and get beat down. Go ahead and get beat down. I'm sorry, everyone. Let's see who else is flat and what's not. There's a little bit of light long ways here. Oh my God. But the front of that thing is pretty dead flat. This is the American Stanley. Yeah, made in USA. That one I lapped pretty good. Pretty. That's pretty freaking good. That's perfect. So it's not like a worthy comparison, is it? Or is it about the blade too? Yeah, I gotta check the blades and make sure they're the same, or at least good. Because this blade, I don't remember what it was like. I know I got this one really good blade-wise. Let me see if I half-stepped. Yeah, it's not even sharpened all the way to the end. You can see it. Well, no, you can't. Can you see it now? Now you can see what the corners and the edges are missing. Sorry, I forgot to adjust the Animal House quote count for West feminine overlords. Yeah, man. The feminine overlords, absolutely. What do you mean they were using it as a scrubber? But you don't want the whole thing flat. I don't want it as a scrubber. I want it as a flattener. Or maybe I should have a scrubber and a flattener. I do know this plane did not perform all that great. I do know that. So maybe I'll put a little micro bevel on the tip of it and tighten it up. You want it with a curve, the tiniest curve. The littlest curve. The littlest curve. I'm gonna have to research that, Mike, because I have not yet intentionally. I've heard Rex Kruger say something like that. I don't fully grasp it conceptually, enough to do it, because I might even do it backwards and get myself a convex when I should have concave. You know what I'm saying? So before I'm completely sleep drunk, might hop up off of this thing. Because man, I am tired. I took my 14-year-old now to and my 16-year-old went with us, but we went to the trampoline park today and had a blast. But boy, these old knees. This is spraying paint out of a spray rig, lines on the end. You gotta tune the pressure of these lines. Ah, that's true, Brian. That's good. It's a good point. When the corners of the blade are gonna dig a ditch, right? Okay, jeez. All right, listen. These women already bent me over my workbench tonight. Please, fellas, please. Yeah, the trampoline parks are awesome. You know what I like? It's just a byproduct that I didn't even realize I would like about that. Yes, Mike, I will get rid of them corners. But the trampoline parks is all the, like, kids are ecstatic to be in a trampoline park. It is like a bunch of little brand new humans, like, experimenting with their brand new little bodies. And they're like, I can do all kinds of stuff. Like, it's crazy. Everybody's so excited to do it. Like, I'm excited with the enthusiasm that they have and their parents, because, like, you don't know left alone by your kid until you're left with the option of you versus 1,000 ways to get 10 feet in the air. They will leave you in a heartbeat, and it is relaxed. It is all quality time over in the adult section, eating nachos and on our phones. That link is sent to Paul Sellers' vid about converting your plane to a scrub plane. Right on. It's Chuck E. Cheese's basically. You grew up in the 90s. I went there for the pizza. Okay. Yeah, Pine, it's exactly like that. It is exactly like that. Paul Sellers knows anything. It's about hand planes. That's true, Pilato. I can't argue with that, not one little bit. Paul Sellers knows a lot about a lot of stuff. I am into it. That guy has a great method of explaining things and demonstrating. And he just does it in a second. I've never seen him, like, he'll be like, oh, this knife here is a 22. If you turn it just so, 28 degrees. And then he'll, like, slice a freaking feather off of a piece of stone. It's crazy. Paul Sellers is amateur hour. Mike, listen, man. You can't be my best buddy if you hating on. Okay. Thank you, Mike, for straightening that out. Oh, yeah, the metal slides and seesaws, right? But y'all are gonna get me in trouble. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here, man. I appreciate all the views, all the likes. It's a little thin in here sometimes, but it's always good when you guys show up and keep my chat going and keep me entertained, because I'm boring on my own. So thanks for hanging out. Appreciate y'all. Thanks, Pine. Thanks, Mike, Woodchucker, the greatest, Scooby Dooby, and Flossie. Yo, I appreciate all of y'all, man. If I forgot somebody, my bad. Hit the like button and tell me who you are, and I'll freaking shout you out. Peace, Pilato. No problem, y'all. Have a great night. West does it.